Never ready, light it up. Let it breathe, let it show. Art is never really ready if you never let it go. Christian Neveready to bring new stars in view. The names you don't know yet,
but soon enough you will. It's the Neveready podcast.
Hey, sorry I'm late. I just got done keel hauling the last guest, and you know how that is. It takes a while and it's messy. So.
Right? Takes some time.
Yeah, it does. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the Neveready podcast. I am your host, Christian Neveready, and I've got with me today, oh my gosh, so excited. I've got actor, improviser, yo-yo enthusiast, magician, musician, professional pirate, Navy veteran, a man of many talents, and even more characters, Austin McDonald. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Sorry, I was going to use a different name for some reason. I don't know.
I got a few names.
I know, that's why I was like, which one should I say? Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
It's been months in the happening for you to get here. I've been promising, and I kept bumping you, and you kept bumping me, and then you went to Hawaii, and I was like, you didn't take me with you, and now you're here.
Sorry. We couldn't take all the equipment to record there.
I know, but it would have been cool. Anyway, but thank you for being on the show, dude. Thank you for coming today. I appreciate you.
Glad to be here.
Tell me, where are you from?
Where am I from? That's like a loaded question.
Yeah, it is. Like dice.
I was born in northern Utah, and then I moved to Beaver when I was like 5.
Okay.
And I was there for a few years, and then we moved to Oregon for 3 years, and then we finally moved to St. George in 94.
Okay.
We moved to St. George when I was about 11. That's when we moved here.
11.
So yeah, so that's... So I claim St. George, but I grew up kind of nomad-like, driving around. Yeah.
This is the place where your parents sort of just kind of like put roots.
They moved around a lot, and they didn't think they would put roots down here, and so we just kind of ended up here, and we stayed. Yeah.
Now, if you were here by the time you were 11, then I'm imagining you get to experience something that I'm sort of jealous that I didn't get to, and that would be what they consider the 6th grade center. Now, were you a part of that system?
I did the last month of school when we moved here. So,
really?
Like the last month of 6th grade. So I know, like going across the street and going to Judd's, boys' day, girls' day to go across. So I know that, but I didn't.
But you didn't do it?
I didn't get a lot of friends from it just because I was here for a month, and then it was summer, and then
And then So you got the brunt end of it.
Yeah.
Well, at least you got a taste of it.
Yeah, got a taste.
I just never got that what is it, like you just meet so many people. It was kind of the funnel of everybody. You go to 6th grade, and then everyone meets there, and then you kind of get dispersed. And I got here at 7th grade, which I didn't get to meet that. And for years, people were like, oh, do you know so-and-so? Did you not meet him at the 6th grade center? I missed out by a few months, so shut up. So rude. I wasn't part of that system.
Yeah.
So, growing up, I believe you've mentioned to me your father was a mortician.
Yep.
Or is a mortician, or retired mortician,
retired,
right?
Yeah.
And I guess, what was that like? What was it like having a dad as a mortician?
It was just normal life to me.
Right.
I tell stories now, and people look at me weird, but that's normal.
But it's not like you have a dark humor or anything, right?
Oh no, definitely not. So, yes. I was like, I don't know if that dark humor came from my dad. I'm sure it helps, But so definitely our family, we joke a lot about death and life and what happens. So
I figured you always you'd have an appreciation for it, being so close to it in a sense. That I don't know. I always figure people who are closer to it value it and figure they can have that ability to tell those dark jokes because it's life. It's all full of jokes and everything's funny. Things aren't always inappropriate. But, and you say some of the most appropriate and inappropriate jokes that I am familiar with. So
you're welcome.
Like I said, it's a pleasure.
One thing, we lived in a old mortuary in Beaver.
Okay.
So it wasn't an active mortuary. I was the youngest of 3 kids, and so my older siblings, they lived in an active mortuary at some point in time. But I never had that part of the mortuary kid.
Could have been worse or better, I guess.
I don't know. So, but me and my brother, I had rooms down in the basement, and there was a stairwell that went down in the basement, and there was like blood dripping on the walls. Like that's what it looked like, just like red. And yeah, it was always like scary and stuff. Like, you know, and we'd wash it off and it'd just come back and stuff. And so it wasn't until a few years ago that I was actually telling my dad about it. And he's like, yeah, I was a little nervous. Like, and him and a buddy like went to the other side and like, maybe there's some pipes back there that are like rusty and leaking, and there was nothing back there.
There was no explanation for it?
No explanation.
Oh, man.
So yeah, so it's like things like that that was just like normal.
Unexplainable things?
Unexplainable things.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
Oh,
so.
man. Oh, all right. Well, I asked.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll be able to sleep at night with that thought. There are plenty of other scary things. You went to high school in Pineview, Pineview High, and you actually went to school with my wife.
Yep.
Did you guys have any classes together? Did you like run into each other?
Not that
much?
I recall. Like I knew your wife, I knew Brienne, but like I don't remember ever like hanging out together or like we didn't run in the same circles. I was a band nerd and she was in choir, so like we didn't run, you know. But I knew who she was, but like yeah, we never. I don't recall ever being in the same classes or anything like that. So
as a band nerd, what was your instrument of choice?
Saxophone.
Nice.
So yeah.
Is it the tenor?
The
or
alto. I played the alto in high school and soprano a little bit too.
Very cool. I also played the alto in high school.
Nice.
But I've actually heard you play, and you are 10 times better than I was ever at it. Plus, I feel like I kind of like fake my way through band.
Yeah.
There's just enough people playing that I could sort of kind of make it sound like I knew what I was doing, but I wasn't.
I wasn't playing.
I wasn't very, no.
Yeah.
It was more of a, let's put some movies together than like, hey, I'm going to play an instrument.
That's where your passion is.
But you're really good at the sax.
Thank you.
I mean, you've been in at least a band or two.
Yeah,
How many bands have you been in throughout your life?
Technically, I think just two. I was in a band down in San Diego when I was down there, and then a band here.
Okay.
So, a couple name changes, a couple people leaving and coming, but yeah.
Right.
So,
What was the band in San Diego called?
Didgeridoo.
Nice.
Yeah, so didgeridoo, we didgeridoo.
Don't.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it was fun. It's just random band I found looking for horn players on Craigslist. Actually,
really?
So I like just started. I reached out to them and then went and played for them and just became part of the band. And we never got any other horn players, so it's just just me. Yeah.
They were looking for other ones, but you were the only one that ever joined.
So-
Did you guys get to play some gigs?
We played a lot of gigs and just like a lot of dive bars in San Diego and stuff, and
Yeah.
it was fun. I had a lot of fun and re-brought the saxophone in my life because after high school I didn't play a whole lot, so getting back into it, and that's when I bought a tenor sax and started playing alto and tenor in the band for a while. Then just switched strictly to tenor, so less equipment to have to take to gigs.
Are they greatly different, or are they basically
All reading music and everything is exactly the same. They're just in different keys.
Okay.
So like when you're transposing music and stuff like that, it's a little different. But yeah, overall it's like
also the same.
the fingering's all the same.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Okay.
makes it easy.
It does. So after high school, you joined the Navy.
Yeah.
Is that right? How long after high school did you join the Navy?
It was a little over a year after I got out of high school.
And what sort of aimed you towards that decision? Like what was
My ex-wife a little bit.
Okay.
I was get out of high school. I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I didn't want to go to college because I didn't know what I still don't know what I want to do with my life. So,
Right.
but so I didn't really know what I wanted to do. We were getting married, and I love America, I love our country, and I wanted to serve, but I'm like, okay, getting married, young and dumb, but needing some type of career choice. And so she mentioned something about maybe join the military, and so then I started looking into all the different branches and talking to people that were in different branches. My uncle was like 26 years in the Army, so I talked to him, and he's like, don't join the Army. So I'm like, okay. So yeah, so and then just searching them out, walked by the Marine recruiters, and they had like a pull-up bar and like a bench press and all this camouflage everywhere, and then they had like a number. You had to like call them, and they'd come down from Provo, so like a few hours away to like come down and talk to you. They didn't have anybody actually stationed here.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, yeah, that's not my vibe. And then I went to the Navy recruiter, and there's like 3 fat guys behind desks just hanging out. And I was like, these are my people. These are my people here. So yeah. That's how I decided to join the Navy.
That's
actually,
funny.
so I was like, okay, I want to
having a good
pick
time,
which
you're
one,
like-
and they're just like, hey, that's good. So I, started talking to them, and then had to go, retake the ASVAB test to see anything, and then you pick your job and all that.
What's the ASVAB test?
I can't remember what it's called, what it stands for, but I know in Utah back then too, like everybody in 11th grade would take the ASVAB test, and it's just kind of like an aptitude test to see, you know, how you are at math and critical thinking and different aspects. And so they take all those numbers down, and then in the military they're like, okay, these jobs need these baseline numbers to be successful in their mind. So yeah.
I think I missed out on that as well.
Oh, yeah. Did you go to school?
I was wondering. I'm like, it's just such a different thing than like California. Then we moved to Pleasant Grove, and then here. And I don't remember what happened in between, but I don't remember doing these many tests.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Let's
talk about these.
So a lot of people, like, unless you're going to join the military, you don't really. So it's just like you sit and everybody sits down, just takes the test, and no one really cares too much unless you're really trying. So that's like, I can't remember what my score was then, but like I didn't care because I'm like, I was going to join the military, and so then like, yeah, they do it again, and I had to go up to Salt Lake and like take it up there, and then so yeah,
you had to go up there to do it.
Yeah, so we did like some practice tests and stuff, and then my recruiter drove me up to Salt Lake to the MEP station, and then like back then too, it was like an old like green screen computer that you just have like A, B, C, D, and just kind of like click, and you have a little paper you can write down because you're doing math and different stuff. So yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's long ago. That's cool though. Wow. And how long were you in the Navy?
11 years.
Wow. And did you retire completely from the Navy, or?
No, it's a long story there, but I was on submarines, and I got kidney stones, and once you get your second kidney stone, you're no longer medically able to be on submarines.
Okay.
And so then basically because of that is what I got out.
Gotcha.
The long and short of it.
Yeah. You're like, long story, and then it was like a minute.
Yeah, if I can get more details if you want.
I think you've told the story long enough that you've figured out a good go-between.
It's like, yeah.
You're like, it's a long story, but I've got it down to science.
Just yeah. This is all you really need to know. If you want to know more, we can get all the dirty details about Navy life and
for the Patreon that we're going to do eventually. We'll save all the
we'll add that to the Patreon.
Hot, intimate after hours details.
After hours Navy stories.
Of a man in a ship underwater.
Love me a man in uniform.
Prefer me one out of one. Evasion of detection, like what does that even look like? Like what is it you sort of kind of did with, like to avoid being detected by others?
Here's something that just makes sure that we're not getting too close, or if so a lot of it's just like keeping a distance from different targets in the water to make sure that there's no chance of them running over us or seeing us.
Okay.
So like especially like periscope depth, because we have a periscope sticking out, and so we get solutions, we call them, on the different ships. And so we'd always a lot of math. Basically, you get positions from sonar, bearings, and then we'd figure out how fast the ship's going, how far away it is, what kind of ship it is. We could tell that from like sonar would feed the data like, it has this many screws, it has this kind of information from the ship, so we could identify what kind of ship it was, and then do some calculations that way. So,
that's really cool.
Yeah.
So it's a lot.
It's fun.
We just never really go in depth as to like, how you do that. And I was like, that would be kind of cool. I have no idea how you even avoid it or evade it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's really cool. Down to telling you how many nuts and bolts it has, is that what you said?
Well, it's how many screws, like screws like on the propeller of the
Oh, and that will let you know what kind of a ship it is.
So yeah, and
like things.
Some ships have different types of screws, different type of things. So there's different indicators like, okay, this is a merchant ship. It's just, so they're not turning, they're just going one direction, or like it's a trawler, so they're going to be fishing. So they're going to go and they'll stop and put out their nets, and then when they stop, though, like we can't necessarily hear them from sonar, things so things like that we just have to calculate. And there's like, this is a warship, and like if it's a warship, which country is it from? Things like that. They'd all figure out.
That's important.
Yeah.
Like, are they enemies? Are they good friends? So, being in the Navy, is that about the time you got into yo-yoing?
Yeah. I was, at the time I was on submarines, and things are changed. This was, over 20 years ago that I was on the submarine. So
you were just telling me about being on the Navy, kind of alone, like not having a lot of things to keep you busy.
Yeah. So there wasn't a lot to do. Besides, like, get qualified, do different things on the submarine, to like different watches and stuff that we would have to do that get qualified. So we do all that kind of stuff, but then a lot of downtime that you're not doing anything. So I was actually walking through a Walmart and saw a yo-yo, and I was like, that'd be something to do. I don't need the internet, don't need power. It's like, just something to do. So I bought a yo-yo and had like 10 tricks in it to, like some basic tricks that I was doing that. And I was like, this is fun. So I was like, good. So I bought a different yo-yo from Duncan. At the time, they had like little CD-ROMs that would come with the yo-yo and like teach you different tricks. And it had little videos and things like hype it all up and stuff. And so that got me addicted. I was like, I want to do those type of tricks. And so that's when I started really getting into yo-yoing. And so then went out to sea, and they'd always just see me walk around with the yo-yo and stuff. And so then that was one patrol I did. And the next patrol, they were looking for something to do. We call it halfway night. And so like halfway through your patrol, they would, have some activities, things just kind of break up the monotony of being out to sea. So, and they came to me, it's like, we want to do a yo-yo competition.
Whoa.
So, but you can't be in it. You have to be the judge. So what do you think? I'm like, okay. So I reached out to a couple different yo-yo companies, Duncan Yo-Yo at the time, and then Yo-Yo Jam, which Yo-Yo Jam is no longer. But so I talked to different yo-yo companies, and they sent me a box of yo-yos. And so
That's cool.
So I gave a bunch of people yo-yos, and I was teaching tricks and things like that. A lot of people got in trouble because they were yo-yoing when they weren't supposed to, and then they try to get me in trouble for it too. I was like, I didn't do like
Right.
I gave them a yo-yo, and I don't play the yo-yo on watch.
Right.
Be responsible.
So you know the rules,
right? Yeah. So, but it was fun, and so a lot of people still they'll hit me up like, I remember when you were yo-yoing on the boat and doing all that stuff. Yeah. So.
And they got in trouble.
Got in trouble. You got me in trouble.
You were such a temptress.
Temptress, my yo-yo. So yeah,
that's awesome.
It's a lot of fun.
Well, yeah, we see you. You have a holster for your yo-yo, and you take it wherever you want, everywhere you go, and it's a great piece because every once in a while someone will be like, I've never seen you do anything with that, and then nothing stops you from pulling it up and just showing off a little bit. So it's fantastic.
To make sure I'm ready at all times.
I love it. It happened last night.
Happened last night. Yep. Got called out
after you were after a show. Definitely, you got asked and it happened. And we got a nice one. It was like 5-minute show.
Yeah.
It's
about that.
It was really cool.
Yeah, so it's fun.
I love it. I've seen it. I know the next thing you're going to do every time. I'm like, he's nice and twisted.
You know all my tricks. That's my problem.
Not all of them.
My tricks have not gone up as fast as they should have. But it's just fun. It's just, fun activity.
As we're going to go through this list, you're going to realize just how busy you are and you have been. And there's definitely good reasons for you not always practicing your yo-yoing these days, Like, you really are a busy guy.
Yeah.
I mentioned in our intro musician, and we've mentioned saxophone. Do you play any other instruments, or is that your main one?
That's my main one. I dabble with like the ukulele and guitar, but nothing really. I enjoy it, but not enough to spend the time to actually get good at it. Yeah.
No, so. I mean, honing even one instrument is quite an endeavor. I'll be honest with you. So, but on top of that. Magician. So tell us a little bit your magic background.
Magic background.
Yeah.
Well, so my dad, he was a magician for ever since I've known him. But his whole life mostly he's been a magician. And so growing up around him, going out to gigs and doing shows and things. So I've always been around magic, and I've always really loved magic and watching magic and stuff. And so eventually I'm like, my dad would give me some tricks and different things that I would try, and like, this is fun. And so I just always an amateur magician, just like have a couple tricks just in case, type of thing. So that's what kind of laid the groundwork for me always loving magic, and then getting into performing a little bit, and then later on I took it a little bit further.
As you mentioned, you've taken your magic a little bit further, and there's actually an entire persona that you've honed for many years, I feel. Even before I met you, because I think we started hanging out around 2019,
2020,
right
around there. Yeah.
So tell us about Eli McKraken.
Eli McKraken. So I've always been a fan of pirates. And then I started dressing up more and more as a pirate for like Halloween, like every Halloween. Like my brother-in-law and sister-in-law, they do a pirate themed Halloween stuff, and so I always dress up and go over there and do some tricks and have some fun. And then I was actually losing my job at a bank I was working at. We got bought out, and they're I knew I was going to let go, and so it's like a crossroad in my life. Like, what do I want to do? And so I was actually reading a book. It's called Rain or Shine by Scott Alexander.
Okay.
But I was reading about it, and it talks a lot about passions, and like, it's a very motivational book. And so like talking about passions and things, so I was like, at the time I was like, what passions do I have? At the same time is right when The Greatest Showman came out with Hugh Jackman.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And I'm a circus sideshows that I
Fascinates you.
Yeah, so I really love that musical, and so that's going on and everything else. I'm like, what am I gonna do with my life, type of thing. And so I was talking to my wife, and she said, well, you can't be a pirate. And I was like, all right, I bet I can. And so that's when I was like, okay, I can take all my random magic and yo-yo, like make it like a variety show and market it as a pirate. And so that's what I, started figuring out names and what I want to do. And so eventually Eli McKraken came about. And
Nice.
so I combined, fire eating and yo-yoing and magic and doing escapes and just, dressing up like a pirate and having fun. So
it's some great stuff. A great show.
Thank you.
As you mentioned, you had done this for you said brother and sister-in-law at their home, and you still perform every Halloween. You do, was it 2-3 shows? What is it?
We've done 2, we've done 3, just depending on the year.
Shows on Halloween night. Anywhere from, what is it, like from 6 to 9 o'clock?
There's like 2 shows. We do like one at 7, one at 7:30.
Yeah.
Or 8. Yeah. So like little teaser, little like 15-minute shows just to entertain the kids, just like before they go back out and go trick or treating.
That's really cool. But that also brings me to, you're doing this for Halloween, and correct me if I'm wrong, you were kind of at least somewhat responsible for the St. George Halloween map that we're seeing these days. Like, I know you helped a lot with it, if not, we're there at the very beginning. Can you kind of tell us, like, how involved are you with the Halloween map that we see with St. George? The map that I guess every Halloween it comes up and we can see where the houses that have been brandished with Halloween,
The decor.
Yeah, like with the big pirate ships or the big, scary houses. How did that come about?
So it was actually my other brother-in-law. He's really into Halloween decorating and things like that. And so he had an idea of making a Facebook group, Southern Utah Halloween Haunts. And so he started it, and he asked me and Tracy, my wife, to be admins on it. And then he's like, yeah, like we drive around, you see all these maps for Christmas decorations. Why is there not one for Halloween to go out and see the Halloween stuff? And so he started the Facebook group, and then he got really busy with life, and so he just kind of like defaulted to me. So I just like took it on and just started going with it. And so it's nice. It gets a little busy during October because like people message me all the time to like, hey, add my house to the map, and so it's a lot of administrative work, but it's fun because I get to see where all these different houses are that you might not know. These people are spending, thousands and thousands of dollars on these amazing decorations, and it's like no one sees it and stuff. And I do the same, and so it's nice that other people come around, and then I hear people. My house is on a hill, as you know very well, and so it's kind of nice to have like a little pathway. And so like I'll hear people, I'll hear cars and stuff, and so I always have like a bowl of candy. And so if I hear people coming up the hill, I'm like. Go out and hand out candy because like you came up the hill, so you get a treat.
You deserve this.
Yeah, so it's not Halloween. You're not trick or treating. You deserve a treat because you walked up and survived.
Yeah, no,
survived. So it's fun.
We love seeing it. We go every year and we go up the path. It's nice to see. I know you've been really busy, so you haven't been able to add so many new things in the last couple of years. But
the yard's pretty full.
And you're running out of room.
Yeah,
you're running out of room. But I do like it when somewhere through the year you're like, oh, there's this new thing that I want to put on there. It's like. Can't wait to see what you're going to add to this. Like, where you're going to put it, how you're going to be able to add it in there. But it's always nice. And we do appreciate that someone's put that together because, as you mentioned, like there's one for Halloween, there's one for Christmas. And it just makes sense that we could see, like, have a more organized way of like, oh, what can we see this holiday season? And just be able to drive there. And
maps the whole
year.
It's like September, October, like definitely busy just getting things set up. But
I can imagine that the Christmas map's about equally as busy, even though it's like a one-day thing. It's just like people being added and
so no, and then like Hedgehog Electric, they started doing a Halloween map too, and so
did they?
Other people are trying to steal our thunder, but
There are people who are trying to steal your thunder.
Yeah, but I'm like, yeah, whatever. If they want to.
I did see that Hedgehog Electric was doing that.
Yeah.
I didn't know if that you guys were in cahoots with them or if
they've reached out a couple times. I'm like, yeah, I'll work with you, and then they just kind of like
fizzle out.
But I'm like, yeah, they're like timelines and work. I'm like, this is all just for fun for me. So yeah.
Yeah, but it's really cool. It's out there. It's a good way to be organized and kind of make your plans for the year. For that, I guess for that season, especially with like Halloween becoming such a huge holiday. Like it's become like a favorite. Whether it's like just because you're able to dress up as however you want, or get a little bit of I guess that haunt, a little bit of that scary. I do it for the candy.
Yeah.
I love to send my minions out there and be like, bring daddy candy.
Right.
Or else you don't get to go home.
Keep going until you get my favorite candy.
That's right. That's right. And correct me if I'm wrong, but would you say Blackbeard is your favorite pirate?
It's hard. I do love Blackbeard. Getting more love for Blackbeard lately. Last year I was cast as Blackbeard down at Pirate Fest, Las Vegas.
That's right.
They did it was Pirate Fest LV. They did a open casting call for pirates, and so I was debating if I was going to go down to Vegas because I didn't, not a lot of information about what was wanting and stuff, and I was like, drive down to Vegas and do everything. So I was like, okay. And I was like, even up to the day, like, should I go down or not? And Tracy's like, just go down, see what it's about. So I went down and found the information, and they gave us another date to come down to do the actual audition, to get dressed up and audition. So I went and auditioned, and I felt like it didn't go very well. And I was like, that didn't, they have like monologues, and I'm not good with memorizing things.
Right.
So like,
you think anyway, you're not,
so like, it didn't go as well as I wanted to, and so I was like, okay, well, I'll be ensemble. That's fine, no big deal. It'll just be fun. But then I got an email saying that I got cast as Blackbeard, and so I was like, wow, like Blackbeard, like everybody knows Blackbeard.
Yeah.
So it's been fun, and then since then too, like we do the Las Vegas Renaissance Fair, the Age of Chivalry Renaissance Fair that they had there in October. For like last year, met a good group of people down in Vegas that are all pirate enthusiasts and just love to cosplay pirates, and so it's been fun getting to know them and getting to build my Blackbeard persona more and more, and
more. I mean, you even got it down. You got these little wires that are these little tubes that get the smoke coming out. Yeah. You got the whole on thing, and I hope to God that I get some pictures for the show notes for this, or at least even some animation. 'Cause I know I've got a lot of footage from just going to the Pirate Fest and recording it last year.
Yeah, but if you got more, I got more. If
if not, I'm sure I know a guy. I know a guy who's got it. But no, I love that. I love that you're expanding your pirate empire in a sense. That you took the chance to go to Vegas, even though you weren't completely sure what was going on, and even though you thought you hadn't nailed the audition, it sounds like, I'm sure that you just counted yourself shorter than they were. I'm sure you did great. You've been in a lot of movies that I've directed. In fact, you brought me out of a funk when you played a character that we co-created named Steve. Mm-hmm. I gave you the idea of what it was, and you took it, and I love it. And even Mike Orges used your character in one of his short films called The Bill. Not that I want to move all the way around to that, but I was not feeling great. It was right in the midst of COVID. Mm-hmm. And as you've grown to know, sometimes when it gets down to the last minute of making a movie, I sort of am in this whole like, I can't do this. I don't want to do this. I'm going to give up. I hate this. Why did I do this to myself?
Why did I set up for this again?
Yeah, again. I'm tortured. And but you came in. We sort of made this movie on the spot, a little short 3-minute film, and it's been one of my most viewed short films. Probably because it's the shortest, but still, it's really funny. It has one of the best titles because it's Bloody Marys, and who doesn't want to YouTube look up Bloody Marys, right? You know how to make one or fun, and then they'll find you doing this great persona, Steve, who's got this like flamboyant, almost like the Cowardly Lion thing, but it is your own thing. But you've always been good at I guess not memorizing, but improvising as if you know what you're saying. But it comes out natural, and I think that's the thing about acting, and the thing about playing pretend. You're great at playing pretend.
I live in the pretend.
Yeah, I think we just forget that we pretend so well.
Yeah.
But no, man. I love that you're doing the pirate thing, and that you've got that great group of people. With you said this was a Renaissance for the Age of Chivalry.
Yep.
That's because you did Pirate Fest in Las Vegas,
yep.
LV, and then Renaissance, the Age of Chivalry is it's a Renaissance festival.
Yeah.
Is it also in Las Vegas?
It's also in Las Vegas, yeah.
And there, that one is in August. You said
October.
October. When is the
Pirate Fest?
Pirate Fest.
It's in April. Usually like the second or third week of April.
Okay. So. Just letting people know, and you're planning on being there. I mean, for a while. Like you really liked it. You're thinking about doing it as long as they'll have you. I'm guessing. Yeah. For the time being.
Basically, yeah. So that's why we're just getting ready to start doing. We're doing auditions soon to get some more pirates, and then we're going to just start practicing for October for the Age of Chivalry, and it's just fun. We're just immersive acting. Just be, full character. Just. Right. Talking to people, and then we do a sea shanty sing-alongs, and
that was fun.
So we're trying to get some more interactive stuff just to have fun and entertain the crowd while they're there.
Yeah. When I went, I felt like I was part of the group within moments, and just even down to the sea shanties, you guys hand out the lyrics, and we all kind of sing those songs. They're fun songs.
Yeah. And
everyone's in their character. Any memorable experiences from being there? Like, do people come take pictures with you? Like,
yeah, it's fun. Probably more memorable is we did it the first year, and it's the first year that they've ever had, the type of actors that they hired for us, and so they, as we went in October, like people come up, it's like, oh yeah, I remember you from this, and then even this last Pirate Fest, like, oh yeah, like, and so they remember you and your persona, and so like, oh, Blackbeard, oh, so they it's kind of like you're being recognized for the character that you're playing, so it's fun to have that recognition that that you are this person that you're. Yeah,
and people remember it.
People remember you, and there's one story that it's kind of the first year. It was windy. I had my tankard of water, and the wind came up, and I went to grab my hat because it was like flowing off, and I have water like all over this guy and his nephew.
Oh no!
And I felt so bad. I'm like, so sorry, and like it's just water, and they're like, it's fine, whatever. And then they came in October at Age of Chivalry. They came and found me again, like, and it's like you're gonna spill water on us again, I'm like, no. And so they got pictures with it. It's like, oh, it's really cool. Like, oh no, like like they remember me. And then let's last Pirate Fest, they I saw the guy, his nephew wasn't there at the time, and so he came up and we talked for a little while too. And so it was like, it was like turned a bad situation into like, it was like, hey, there you are, and like, how are you? And it's kind of catch up a little bit, and
it's gonna be a lifelong connection.
You never know. Yeah, they follow each other on Instagram and everything. So,
that's fantastic. That's great. You've recently joined So You Comedy as one of their featured players. Yay. Right? Tell us about that.
So You Improv. Actually, I saw them early years of them performing. I was at the comic book shop, and they were there.
At the comic book shop?
Yeah, they had I was picking up comics, and they had a little thing to show them that they were going to have an improv show at the comic book shop.
Okay. Cool.
So me and Tracy went to it, and it was remember Chewy, and there's probably a couple other people that were
Bald Nate, for all you know.
I don't know. I can't remember Bald Nate. I think like
more,
Jay and stuff. Yeah. So like the early group. And this was like 8-9 years ago. And so I kind of had an interest then, but like I wasn't going to put myself out there. Right. And so it was like years later, you like, hey, like we were hanging out. Our good friend Matt and you and me would hang out once a week and like go play pool or something, just little guys' night. And then you're like, hey, so there's improv on Monday nights. we should go try this out. And so okay. So yeah, and then just is a fun excuse for us to get together and then start doing improv. And I think it's helped with Eli and Blackbeard, like just improv to go and obviously helped enough that my improv skills trumped my bad monologue to get cast as Blackbeard. But so
awesome.
It's been fun and learning and growing and taking a couple classes through the So You Comedy
you've
teachers and stuff. Yeah.
You've taken the classes. Unfortunately I haven't not that I haven't wanted to, but you've had a little bit more
busy.
time. But what was their first class about? Like because we did the improv with just joining the
community practice.
The community practice and just showing up and kind of practicing what they've got going on. But I feel like their lessons a little more in depth.
Yeah, I kind of teach you more of why you're doing things in the games. The pillars of improv, things like that, to where kind of like build the foundation a little bit to where, yeah, we knew some of it just from going to the community, kind of pick up stuff, but like this is more like, this is why we're doing this. This is, this is this game. So it's kind of nice too, because you get that instant feedback. Like, because we do a scene, and then okay, they'd ask us like, how did you feel about the scene? What did you to go well? To go, it's like okay, and then they give you feedback like, yeah, this was really well. You kind of did this not the best. You made a better choice over here. And then okay, next group, and then just kind of go through that. So every game we would get that instant feedback to like try to see where we are, not doing the best or where we can improve. So yeah, it was good.
Then in the last class, you're mentioning a little bit more that they were kind of teaching you the rules of certain games, just more games in general, like or more in depth in the games.
Yeah, so that was the first class was 101, and then we did a 102, and it was like these are the types of games, these are scene games, these are gimmick games, these are guessing games, things like that, and then kind of run through the list and kind of learn more of the rules of how the game is played. So,
that's really cool. Yeah. And then on top of that, you get the rapport of being with those people that you're kind of learning with. Kind of build with them, and it's nice when they then transition into becoming part of the cast as well, and you kind of have that group of people you can kind of count on. They kind of become your friends as well, like another side of your family, kind of a thing, right? I really like that you were able to take those classes and learn that. You've honed that quite a bit because, as I mentioned, you're in the group. We're both in the So You comedy group. You performed. When this comes out, it'll be a month from now, obviously. But you performed last night. It was what, your fourth show?
Third.
Was that your third show?
Yep.
Your third show. You did great.
Thank you.
You did really, really good. I guess we were practicing, 2 years before we made the cast?
Before we even auditioned, yeah. It was like 2 years before. Yeah. And we're coming up like 3 years that we've been going to improv.
And as you've mentioned, that you did feel like it's actually helped you kind of grow your character of Eli and giving you a little bit more of the boost to actually audition for things. Yeah. And more confidence. Yeah, I'm glad that something came out of this.
Something good came out of it.
We're like, why are we doing this thing? Learning to talk and pretend with people.
Right.
Remember, I guess there's a big part of me is like initially going in there and watching these people do these things and knowing that in the room that we were in, there was all these... it was like glass walls, and so anyone outside can see you doing these things, and out of context, it all looks stupid anyway.
Right.
And I mean, already I'm like, oh man, this is not going to be cool. Like, who wants to look like a fool in front of people? And then all of a sudden, you're in it.
It's like whatever,
and you embrace it. And the more you can feel like I guess the least you feel like a fool, and you just get into it, the better. You do. It's amazing.
It is amazing. And I was talking to some of the cast last night when we were waiting to come back on stage about some stuff, and it was talking about improv. What I've learned from improv too is if you make a mistake, you just move on. Like it doesn't have to be perfect. It's not going to be perfect. It's improv. You're making it up on the spot. And it's more of, you make a mistake, how do you transition? How do you just move past it and just move forward? And so, and in some of the games, like, you can suck at them. And it's hilarious for the audience.
Yeah.
Like, you might be struggling on stage to do a guessing game or something like that, but the audience is loving it because they're in on the joke, their inside joke of things, and you're not, and you're trying to figure stuff out. And so you look like a fool, but you might feel stupid, but like, it's for the entertainment.
Yeah.
So yeah.
No, it's good. It's a good way to learn. I guess not to take it personal.
Yeah.
And then just to play it off. Like, how can you learn to play it off? Like, you could lose it and just be like, oh no, I can't do this, and just get off stage, and that's not fun.
Yeah, well, you're not growing as a person and growing as an actor, or
and you could even call yourself out, which is a decent choice. And, people can be in on it, or you can just kind of, I messed up, and now I'm going, yes and.
Just move on.
No, it's been such a great. It's very worldly. The stuff that you learn there, you can basically apply that to almost anything in your life. Yeah. It's just how you're going to bounce back from a mistake. So.
I can't remember who it was from the cast. They talked about improv, and it was like, it might have been Anitra. I'm sorry if I misquoted that, but basically, like, yeah, we improv every day when you have a conversation.
Yeah.
It's all, you're listening, you're doing feedback, you're just having a conversation. So it's no different. That's what improv is.
That's
so
true. Yeah. Well, and you're so good. You've also got a talent for conversing with people. Like, you don't shy away from strangers. You can
stranger danger.
You think, but I mean, I'm always seeing you strike up conversations left and right with people you don't even know, and like, I'm always impressed because we don't see that as often anymore.
Yeah,
you know, and I think a lot of times I want to come in like, yeah, I want to like start talking to people. It's like, hey, blah blah blah, and then at that point I'm like, oh no, I started talking, and I don't know what to say now. Now I have to keep going.
So I feel like I don't talk to people I don't know, and then I get to know people and they tell me to shut up. So yeah.
And the funny thing is, you don't listen.
I never
you
listen.
just don't listen. Well, you've been a part of several of the projects that I've directed. You've been in Steve and Bloody Marys. You've been the main protagonist in Isolation Issues Tempe, where you got to play by yourself, with a lot of people that weren't in the room.
Yeah.
And that was interesting because, again, like, you count yourself short. You did. It's almost like when somebody acts with a tennis ball. You're basically acting on the tennis ball the whole time. And I think you did such a great job. It is one of my favorite films. I put it on quite often.
Thank you.
You did a really good job with that one. You have been part of the ensemble cast of The Miracle on Dixie Drive and the sequel Casa de Tita, where you played, I can't remember if I just named him your name. He might even just be Austin.
I can't remember.
But in the first one, so you kind of do some magic, and then you might even have had the yo-yo, but I can't remember. Maybe just the magic.
Just some bad magic.
Cards, right?
Yeah.
And in the sequel, you play a mime.
Yep.
I was taking into account how you were telling me, like, having to memorize lines and whatnot, and you were kind of busy during that time. And so I thought a great idea, a great thing for you to do is just play a mime. You have to think of anything to say.
Right.
And then also brought Anitra as your is it Anitra Cottrell as your love interest? She's also playing a mime.
Yep.
So sorry, Anitra, that in the first film you're in, you don't even say a word, but you're also welcome. And then you play a character named Rhett in the Highway Stray saga, specifically in El Trabajo de la Mano. And I only say that because I've got like 3 or 4 other ideas that I want you to play in, just because I felt that your character wasn't just I didn't have enough justice to it, and I want to redeem it. But and then you returned as Steve in Mike's movie, The Bill, which came out, I believe, last year for the Halloween. But I want to talk about is I love that you have actually been asked to be in other films with other directors. One for Emily Holt did a film, a Christmas movie a couple years back, and that Team Schmurphy, which is Lance Murphy and Laura Schmidt, asked you to be in one of their Halloween shorts a couple of years back as well. What was your experience compared with them in comparison with working on a short film like mine?
I don't know if you want to kick me off.
I don't mind. I just want to know.
Well, you were the one for Emily. You were there with me, so yeah,
that's true.
You were in that movie. It's just different to see, like, you know, like different. You're my only film person,
right?
So like, I know how you make film.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's just different working with different directors, different actors, and so, you know, they use different gear, different techniques, different. So it's just interesting, you know, as a nerd, gear and things like that. Like, so like, oh yeah, they're using this kind of camera, this kind of, so like that kind of stuff always fascinates me. So that's fun to work with different directors and stuff to see what they're doing. But you know,
like it's nice to see Lance really gets into the cameras, like, and everything that he uses with it, and he's very methodical. And I'm not that way. I'm like, I want to film this. I got a camera. What do we got? We got a phone. Point, shoot, go.
Yep.
But it is nice to be able to see the way different people like direct. Remind me, what was it? What was the movie that Emily did? What was that one about? Because I remember we were both in it, but I can't remember.
It was a Christmas.
Was it like a Christmas party?
Office party.
We shot it at the PAC.
No, we shot it at Foster Ridge or Pineview Intermediate.
At the school.
Yeah.
That's right. That's why I thought it was the pack, because it kind of looks like that school entrance. But
yeah. So we
that's
were there,
right.
and yeah,
That was
like
an ensemble.
everybody kept talking to Emily and like hitting on Emily, and then so,
Yeah, that was a fun one.
yeah, because
Yeah.
a lot of names from the small film community that is here that I've never met. I met a lot of them
On that one.
on that set. So.
I think was Chanticleer in that
Yep.
one? Tyson Chanticleer was in that one. I'll have to pull that one up and
See,
because
there's
I'm gonna have
a lot of people.
I'm
in that
definitely
one,
gonna have Emily on this one, on the show at some point, and I just want to bring her up. She's great.
Yeah.
She does a lot of good stuff, and she's also a cousin of yours, if I'm right.
She's a second cousin.
A second cousin.
Yeah.
Which we think about her once in a while. Like, that's right. Your
we're
cousin,
cousins.
Emily.
Yeah.
Small world.
Small world.
It's such a small world. But no, I really have, anytime that I've had somebody be in one of my shorts, and then we show them at the film festival, a lot of my hope is that someone in the film festival will like what they've done and will like approach them and come up and be like, hey, would you mind being in one of my short films?
Yeah.
Because I feel like I work with a lot of talented people.
Yeah.
And I just want others that see the work we do, like, to see that and appreciate it. And I'm glad that you've been one of the few that actually have been asked, because not a lot of people that I work with, are constantly being asked to be in other things, but you have been, and I'm like, yes, like, I told you this guy was good. I knew you'd like.
He can lay there like a dead man, as best as any of them.
He's the best dead body you've ever seen. Look at him.
Look at that.
And he just woke up. For a short minute there, we were in the band, the Mermen. Mm-hmm. You were in there prior to me for about, 3 years?
Yeah, I can't remember when we started the band. It was 2016. It was a while ago that we started the band.
Who are the other members?
So you have Jim Hennigas, James Butler, Sean, Jim, you, me. That's it, right?
Said Sean George. Okay, yeah.
I think that was it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
you were on there, and I was on there for a short while, and it was just unfortunate that it's like we were kind of starting, COVID hit, and sort of a lot of plans ended because of it.
Yeah.
But prior to that, did you do a couple of gigs?
we had a couple gigs. 2 or 3 gigs is all we did. But it was mostly like we just got together and played. So yeah, but it was
Nice.
a lot of fun.
Cover band.
Yeah, it was like a 90s cover band, basically. Yeah. With some sax in it.
Some sax in it.
Yeah. So.
I had a really good time when I was able to help perform. We were able to go one day over to the Tuacahn High School and cut a song. It was a song by Hole. Is that the name of the band?
Yeah, I can't remember.
Hollywood. Son of a gun.
You know me. I'm not good with nouns.
I can't remember the name of the song anyway. But we were able to cut one of the songs.
Yeah.
And I have actually used that song in a few of my movies because I'm like, hey, we did it.
We did it. We can use it.
We sang. And I love your version of, because you played a saxophone in there, but it doesn't sound like a saxophone when it comes through. It has this like twirly-whirly sound effect to it, which I really enjoyed though. It sounds really interesting, but it's a great song.
Use a guitar pedal to run my saxophone through, so you can like do different effects. And
Yeah. I guess what's the memorable time of being part of that band?
I think it's been great meeting them all. It was actually my sister-in-law that kind of put the band together, because her neighbor was James Butler, and he plays the bass.
Yeah.
And then she worked with Jim Hennigas. They worked at the college, and he's a drummer, and so she's like, my brother-in-law plays saxophone. You guys should, they all want to be in a band, so we kind of got together and then started piecing together and just having fun. So I think it's just good camaraderie to build upon, and so I saw Sean. I haven't seen some of them for a while. I saw Sean end of May and sat and talked to him for a while. We saw him at a park festival thing, and so got to catch up with him.
You did catch
good.
up?
Yeah,
that's really cool. He was amazing on the guitar, just pulling out those solos. Like And he also, I guess, like the testament of a good guitarist, it makes it look very effortless.
Yeah.
He's just like, what? Yeah, huh? Something like that.
Is this what you want?
Is that what you want?
Yeah.
So no, I miss it. That was really cool.
It's fun.
But yeah.
Let's get the band back together.
Like I said, I know we should. We always talk about it. I'm like, I don't know. Or we can even do like a pretext to get them all together. We'll just be like, hey, want to be on a podcast?
Want to be a podcast?
And then they'll show up and we'll have like all these instruments. And it'll be like the Beatles.
Yeah. Oh, we forgot Blake Bergeron.
That's right. Blake Bergeron. He was there at the very end. And God, I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah,
I used to see him at the coffee shop every here and there, but he has been very busy lately.
Yeah.
And I think he was living out in Pine Valley. Hey guys, this is Christian Navarrete from the Neveready podcast. I wanted to take a quick moment today to tell you about my family's restaurant, Ernesto's Mexican Restaurant. That's right, located here at 929 West Sunset Boulevard, Suite 18 at the Phoenix Plaza in Little St. George. We've been serving the St. George community for over 30 years with some of the freshest ingredients my mother, Sylvia, personally selects herself to make sure that the food is made with lots of love and tons of care. Yep, we've been here for quite a long time. But if you're really, really lucky, you'll be served by my amazing cousin, Angie. Angie, let them know what days are we open?
So we're open Monday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 8:30 p.m.
We've got lunch specials running every Monday through Friday, plus a full bar ready for whatever you're sipping on. Can't stay? Grab it to go or order directly on DoorDash. Need a suggestion? Well, my friend Natalie swears by the steak nacho fries.
What a time to be alive.
So if you're in the area and craving some amazing Mexican food, come try us out. We'd love to see you. Ernesto's Mexican Restaurant, located at 929 West Sunset Boulevard, Suite number 18 in St. George, Utah. You can call us directly at 435-674-2767.
Ahoy.
Ahoy! What a pleasure it is to have Captain Eli McKraken with us today.
Hey.
Fantastic. Welcome aboard.
Hey.
So, Captain Eli, since we've got you on the show today for a few minutes, I thought, there's some questions that have come up through the years that me and some friends have thought about.
Okay.
We thought maybe if you had some time, you could maybe give us some answers today.
Yep, I got time and the ship doesn't leave for another hour.
Wonderful. Hopefully this won't take that as long as an hour, but we'll see. So, Eli McKraken, how did you get that name?
Eli was my God-given name for my parents.
It is your God-given name.
So my parents named me after my great-grandfather, Eli.
Perfect. So Eli,
very simple.
Great. Are you since your great-grandfather was Eli as well, is it like, are you Eli Jr., Eli the Third, or just...
No, just Eli.
Okay.
My dad's name wasn't Eli, so I can be the second or the third, or however you English talk. I don't know.
Perfect. Us Yanks, apparently.
Yeah.
So how did you become a captain to begin with?
Well, it's like, as any sailor, you start on the lower ranks and you work your way up, and then I was in the Royal Navy for a while, and you learn all the skills of being a real sailor in the Royal Navy, and then you realize that you can make a lot more money doing it yourself. So that's when I broke off and started my own crew. So then, as a pirate captain, we have to keep the crew happy, or they'll vote you a new captain in and kick you overboard.
Speaking of keeping the crew happy, rum or grog, what keeps a crew happier?
Well, straight rum is always the best. Because grog is just water with some rum in it to disinfect it a little bit. So, the more pure the rum, the more happy the crew.
The more happy the crew?
Yeah.
They can't be tricked?
They can't be tricked.
Oh, these pirates are too damn smart.
Right. We know our rum.
What would you say, being a pirate, you have a lot of superstitions, I'm sure. What would you consider your most ridiculous superstition being a pirate?
Ridiculous superstition. I would say no women on ships.
Oh, is that a thing?
Yeah, and they just bring bad luck.
Really?
That's ridiculous, because we all love women, don't we?
Yes.
So.
But I can understand where there would be some bad luck if that's all you were, thinking about, right?
Right. So.
Yeah. It's bad luck that you can't have women on a ship.
Yeah.
Do you have a ship?
I do have a ship.
Yeah? What's the name of your ship?
The Guinevere.
The Guinevere?
Yes.
Now, how did you come about attaining this ship?
I stole it.
Oh, where did you steal it from?
The harbor. They were... No, I had my eye on it, and I waited until no one was around, and I just went and took it.
Do you know who owned it before you?
Nope.
You know, no questions asked?
No questions asked. I just took it, as all pirates do.
Very nice. Yeah. Very nice. So, as a pirate, I mean, do you have a flag that you fly?
I do have a flag.
Do you?
Yeah, it's just my pirate, my Eli McKraken logo.
Okay.
On my flag there, yeah.
I'll have to remember to put that in the show notes.
Yeah.
The Eli McKraken logo. You do have your own logo. Look at that. Yeah. And it's got the Kraken on it.
It's a Kraken with a little pirate hat on it. Yeah.
That is awesome. That is really cool. Did you design it yourself?
I did not design it. Actually, Austin had a friend that was in that band you were talking about, James Butler.
Oh, okay.
He actually designed that for Austin.
He's a graphic designer, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
That's fantastic. Well, nice job. It's a really good design.
Yeah.
What is your drink of choice? Speaking of rum and grog,
my drink of choice, probably a dark and stormy.
A dark and stormy.
Yeah, it's like a dark rum. It's like a mule. It's a rum-based mule drink.
Kind of like a Moscow Mule.
Like a Moscow Mule, but with rum.
But with rum.
Yeah.
Okay.
A dark rum, make it a dark and stormy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it is. So it's a drink that has rum in it. So rum is still your drink of choice.
Oh yeah.
You liked it in the Moscow Mule version.
Yeah, I don't like it straight up. I like it, mix it a little bit.
Mix it a little bit.
I'm a captain. I get indulge a little bit.
Make it dance a little.
Yeah.
Have you ever had to walk the plank?
I've never had to walk the plank.
Have you ever made anybody have to walk the plank?
I've never made anybody walk the plank. Because actually, that is a myth that you New Age people made. That there's no evidence that, pirates, we never made people walk the plank. What's the point?
Right.
We just push you overboard.
Such a,
sit and walk the plank and everything. We just throw you overboard, keel haul you,
right.
Whip you with the captain's daughter, whatever you got to do. But, we just push you overboard.
I'm so glad that we came back to the keel hauling because I have to admit that the joke that I said at the beginning was a joke that Austin had actually borrowed from you.
Yeah.
So I can take full credit for it. But for people who don't know, what is keel hauling?
Keel hauling is one of the most gruesome torture that a sailor could be put in.
Oh, really?
They would actually tie your hands to a rope, and then the rope went all the way around, tied to your feet, and then go all the way around the ship. Mm-hmm. And so you go underneath the keel of the ship. Mm-hmm. And so they'd drag you under. If you're lucky, you drowned.
Right.
Because then you just go down and drown and, you're good. But as you drag around, there's barnacles and different things on the ship that you're just getting dragged across and gets all cut up and bloody. Then you have the salt water going into those wounds. Open wounds. So if you're lucky, you drowned. Sometimes they would just do it until you came up and you were dead.
Right.
If you're nice. But then sometimes you just do it once and then they just let you live until you died because all those wounds... we don't got the medical staff that you have today, so people are going to die, just miserable death or drown. So
I can honestly see why they always talk about walking the plank and not keel hauling.
It's a little more appropriate for the children.
Just actually to show someone being keel hauled, that just would take I don't know. Oof, special effect, it'd be gruesome. So as part of your performing as Eli McKraken, there's a couple of elaborate illusions that you perform. One of those is being in a jacket, in a straight jacket. Mm-hmm. How did that become something that you learned to escape? Like, how did you come about learning that you could even do that?
So it's just a matter of timing and everything. So, I got captured. And they quickly learned that I was good with my hands. I could escape a lot of handcuffs and things of that nature, and the brig. You can escape those things easily. So the British thought of an idea to keep my hands locked up. And if my hands were locked up, then I couldn't pick locks. I couldn't do anything like that.
Smart.
So then I decided I had to learn how to escape out of the straitjacket. So that's how it all
kind of happened.
Evolved over time. That if you're going to put me in a straitjacket, I got to escape it.
You just had to adapt
and overcome.
You are an adapting pirate.
No, you have to be.
As part of the show, you also lay on a bed of nails.
Yeah.
Like, how did you learn? Where did you learn that you can even do that without hurting yourself?
India.
Really?
In my sailing, I found in India that they would do that, and it's just just uncomfortable enough to make my sailors sleep on there when they've been bad. So
right.
It's nice, lay on there, and they'll think twice about what they did,
Yes.
So.
Do they sell those in an orthopedic option?
They might nowadays. I had to make my own, but maybe they're getting popular now. I should maybe market them myself. Eli McKraken's bed of nails. Perfect. We're on to something.
Oh, that would not be a terrible idea. Right? Eli McKraken's bed of nails. The best sleep you'll never have.
There's always mattress stores around here. I just add another option.
There are so many.
Yeah.
So, Eli, what is your favorite thing about being a pirate?
Oh, my favorite thing about being a pirate? Well, as I said, I was in the Royal Navy before, and they didn't treat us very well. Uh-huh. That's like a lot of the pirate torture things actually came from the Royal Navy. Oh, okay. So keel hauling and that was from the Royal Navy did that. Wow. And then we adopted it because keep sailors in line. But as a pirate though, everybody on the crew has a voice. So it's a true democracy. Everybody's got a vote. Yeah. So if we want to do something, we have a vote. So in a time of battle though, the captain's word is law. Okay. So if we're not in battle, then you can challenge the captain. You can have a mutiny, have a vote. Right. Sometimes you would, if they're not happy with the captain, you would fight to the death with, if you want this guy to be a captain, you'd fight, or you just have a vote, depending on what it is. And then, so you have it's a very big democracy that, everybody's there equally. Doesn't matter, there's famous female pirates, famous people of color. There's all sorts of pirates that at the time didn't matter. Right. So that's what I like about pirates. That on the collective goal to be wealthy, to go after treasure, get money, and just live. Just live the dream.
Live the way you want to live.
Right. Yeah.
That's awesome. I like the philosophy.
Yeah. And as a captain, we get the treasure, and everybody gets one piece of treasure. The captain gets two. Okay. So as a captain, you get an extra cut of the treasure, but everybody else gets gets their cut. So as long as you keep the crew happy with rum and treasure, then you're a good captain. And they won't try to kill you.
They won't try to kill you. They won't try to mutinize.
Yeah.
That's really awesome. Well, that's really cool. I love that. Yeah. And you're a very informative pirate. You've got you've lived a long pirate life, and I love that whenever you are performing. So many facts. You know a lot of history of the pirates. So much so that I start to listen and I'm like, damn, I got to learn some of these pirate facts too. I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but
it's always good. You never know to save your life if you have a pirate fact in your pocket.
That's true. Yeah. That is true. I've seen it save your life once or twice.
No,
yeah.
I'm still around.
You're a slippery pirate.
Slippery. Moist on the seas.
All right, guys, winding down to another end of a Neveready podcast. We have had with us today actor, improviser, yo-yo enthusiast, musician, magician, professional pirate, Navy veteran, a man of many hats and lots of characters, Austin McDonald. And it was also a pleasure for you to bring Eli McKraken today. And you can book Eli McKraken at your Instagram. Is it the Eli McKraken Instagram?
Just Eli McKraken.
Eli McKraken. Mm-hmm. You can find that information there, and I'll make sure to put that in the show notes so people can see that directly. Okay. A real pleasure for you to come on the show today. I just want to remind everybody to like and subscribe and share if you like what you're listening to today. There's a lot of fun things going on, and I've had such amazing guests, and I've been really excited to have you today. So, again, thank you so much for making it to the show, Austin.
I'm glad we could make it. And
hell yeah.
I'm glad, you invited me out and had some fun. Yeah.
No, you're amazing. I knew it was going to be a good show. It's probably going to be one of the best. Anyway. Thank you so much, you guys. And we'll see you
on the high seas.
On the high seas.
Neveready, light it up.
Awesome.
Let it breathe, let it show. Art is never really ready if you never let it go. Christian Neveready to bring new stars in view. The names you don't know yet.
But soon enough you will. It's the Neveready Podcast.
The Neveready Podcast, created, hosted, and edited by Christian Neveready. Executive produced by Brian Neveready and Heather Miller. Theme song developed by Michael Orge and Austin McDonald with lyrics by Christian Neveready. Check us out on Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, and YouTube. Copyright